Welcome to my first practice sheet video. As you probably know already, the best way to learn lettering is by practicing thick downstrokes and thin upstrokes. And so I'm going to show you how to do that with this practice sheet that I created and just using a Crayola Supertip marker. So it's something that you can have around the house and it's super easy to pick up, and I hope that you will be discouraged by results not showing up immediately, but this should help. The first important thing to learn is how to hold the pen or marker or brush that you're using. So I rest it either on my ring finger or on my middle finger like this, and I have it at an angle. I kind of like to have it I hold it close to the end like this so that I can have more control. And then I just line it up like this, and I treat every stroke as its own, so sometimes I'll lift up the pen in the middle of a letter. Anyway, so I've got this practice sheet here, and it shows you the down arrows and the up arrows and all that fun stuff. So let's give it a try. So you just go through and you practice, and you hold it at that angle over and over again. And this part should hopefully be the easy part. The next thing you'll do is the upstrokes. And those I tend to do with my middle finger, resting it on my middle finger instead of my ring finger. So downstrokes are easier to have more control and strength that way, and then I try and do really light this way. And so then you just use the very tip of the marker and drag that up the line here. It's okay if the lines are kind of wobbly at first. Okay, so then next is connecting them. As you can see, this one starts with the thin line and then goes to the thick, and in that moment, it's all one continuous motion, and so I'm not going to switch which finger I rested on for that. In fact, I'm just going to do it like this. So let's see how this goes here. So midway through, I realized that as I adjust going through that loop, it's easier to use this middle finger here to rest it on. So I'll do that. And it's really that curve part that makes it difficult, so you just got to keep practicing and practicing. Now we're going to do the other way around, where you do the thick downstroke first, and then you go into thin upstroke. So I'll show you in this next kind of an O shape the way I change pressure in the middle. So basically you start around here and you press thick down, and then you get light right at this point, and then again as you go around, so it's like practicing that motion. Thick, lighten up, and then it gets a little harder right there. So press, lighten, and relax. Press, lighten, relax. Light, press, light. Light, press, light. And as you go through these, you'll find that you'll have these moments where it's hard to stick to the lines. There's this little extra gap right here, and that's just part of practicing, and it's okay. All right, next up we've got the continuous loop. This one's the hardest one. So you start light, and then you press down. It's going to be very tempting to start writing this really fast, but just take your time. There has to be a level of continuous motion and forward movement, because if you get too slow, then you're basically just coloring it in. But again, it's not easy to do, so. Alright, so that is the first drill sheet. I hope that you enjoy practicing it, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below so I can help you out.